measured this yesterday, and that little stream right there, it may have been a little heavier yesterday, but that's 65 gallons in a 24-hour period. Now, for me here by myself, that works pretty good. If there was another person, that's not enough water. If you do the laundry and flush the toilet twice and stuff, it won't catch up in 24 hours. But that's about 65 gallons in a 24-hour period coming off the spring. I'm putting in a new catch because of this. I'd like to have that stream to be about a ½ inch. In other words, about 400 gallons in a 24-hour period. That pile of rocks there, that my second catch is right below there, right at the bottom of that bank. It's about 4 foot below grade. There's water here. It's really saturated, but over there where my catch is at, it's pretty dry. So I'm thinking it's probably just getting a little bit. Last summer, I was going to put one right up there in that bank. I'm glad I didn't, because right now it's dry. There's no water coming out of that bank at all. And last summer, they were just running out of there. And 6 years ago when I put this one in, this whole hillside right here was just running water. Now it's not. But there's water in the gulch here. This is like a big friggin' marsh. A lot of water right here. I just got to figure out how I'm going to catch it. You can see this little grassy spot here in the canyon. There's a lot of water right here. I cut into this yesterday. I just wanted to see how much water was coming down this bank right here. Quite a bit. It's really hard to tell. I only went down a little bit. The old catch is right up there about 15 feet. And where the water used to come off the mountain, it's no longer doing it. But I got water here. I'm about 15, 20 feet below it. There's quite a bit of water leaching right here, but not enough. I want more than that. So yesterday afternoon I went looking, and right over here I dug back into this bank, and I found where the main spring is coming out right there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's bubbling right back there, right underneath these boulders. That's where it's coming out of the ground. So this is the main flow that I want to catch. Now, see, there's quite a bit of water there. There's probably a solid ½ inch, 400 or 500 gallons a day right there. So that's what I want to catch, but I don't quite know how I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to bring it right out through here. I think I'm going to bring it out of that hole, come right across here, turn, and then come straight across right here. This will all be catch. And there'll be a catch over there to get that main stream. The main line coming down this hill is right here in the center, somewhere about 4 feet down. So my little project for today is to find that main line right here and expose it, and then figure out how I'm going to get back over into there and catch that water. Now, here's the thing. I don't want any surface water in the springtime. And this is right in the bottom of the gulch, which I really don't like. But that's where the water is, so I gotta live with it, I guess. This looks pretty ugly, but I dug this trench yesterday. It's about 30 inches deep, 6-7 feet long. And when I left here last night about 5, it was bone dry. I kept bailing the water out of it. And just overnight, and I don't know how long it took, but now it's full. There's probably 60, 70 gallons there, I would think. You know, I'm almost thinking there's enough water in this bank right here not to get into the main little gulch over there. I don't know. I'll make a decision as I go along, but I really, really want to stay out of there because of the spring runoff and all the water coming down the canyon. What I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put a catch in here and then run a line out here and just stub it off and put a stake so I can find it. So if this doesn't produce enough water, then I can get in and go ahead and get into that later, maybe next summer or something. But this summer, I think I'm just going to do this right here because this is almost the 1st of September, and won't be long. We're going to get into some rain and stuff, and all this that catch up the hill there will start to produce again, I think. And I have another catch further up the canyon, another 300 yards that is dry right now, but with a little rain it comes back. Anyway, this is like I said, almost the 1st of September. I think it's the 29th or 30th of August. Labor Day weekend coming up. So, and it's cooled off today. It's only supposed to be about 70 degrees. But anyway, I'm going to bail this thing out and see where I'm at. I found the line yesterday. It's right down there, about 30 inches. There's a line coming down from the 2 catches above. Anyway, that's where I'll tie in. Haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with this yet. I was working here and I got smelling smoke, and I looked up. All that gray right there, that's smoke. That ain't good. Anyway, I'm going to go down and go up Big Gulch and see where that's burning. That's not good. Lots of smoke. I'm about halfway up Big Gulch. This is looking down Getter Creek. 2 nights ago, a thunderstorm rolled through here and was popping pretty good, but more towards Oregon. That last mountain on the skyline over there is Oregon. That's in Oregon. It's the other side of Snake River. But it rolled through here 2 nights ago, and it was popping lightning pretty good, but not right here. The wind is blowing right in my face right now. It's almost right out of the west. But if you look back, boy, it's really smoky over there. I'm going to go right up on top of that peak right there and get a little better view and see what's going on. Smoke spooks the crap out of me. But all of this looks pretty good. There's no plumes that would say that any of this is on fire. So look at the smoke. Lots of smoke. Home sweet home. There's the Snake River right where we pick our mail up. That fire, I think, if you look down kind of through the gap there in the background, there's a big black mountain. That's where the fire is. It's nowhere in here. I've glassed and glassed and glassed and glassed and glassed, and I can't see it anywhere in here that would threaten me. So, you look at that. Now I'm going to go up to the right there. You see all that black? That was a fire of about a month ago. That burned off. They stopped it right there on that ridge. But all of this right here looks really good. So, man, it's about 100 degrees standing right here. That river sure looks good. You need to go for a swim. Project for today is to get that rock up this mountain with that horse. I think it looks like 3 trips right there. You can carry about 100 pounds. I don't like more than 100 pounds on a pack horse, especially if the trail's bad. So probably 3 trips. It's 8:30 in the morning, Monday, Labor Day, 2011. Well, first trip successful, no wrecks. Boy, that pack just cleared that little cutout down below. There's the new catch, clear full of water. There's the catch pipe. All the stuff will go in tomorrow when I get all that rock up here. Anyway, he pulled it pretty good, no problems. Where are you going, horse? Where are you going? Let's get really goofy now. It's about halfway up the hill. View across the canyon. How you doing, horse? He's got about 120, 30 pounds on there. Look what he's walking on. Kicks his butt. Well, there it is. 5 loads with that horse. There might be 1 bag left down below. Anyway, tomorrow, see, it's like 3 o'clock right now. Tomorrow, I'm up here and see if I can get this catch in. That catch right there, get it in, hooked up, gravel over it, water running, because my other catch went dry today. There hasn't been any water out of that thing since daylight. So, and then I'm going to fool with this thing here. I really want to get this water right here. So I got to figure that out. I haven't figured it out yet. Anyway, Labor Day fun. Doug, what the hell are you doing up there? You learned that from the cats or what? You gonna get down? Huh? Let's go. Let's go. There's the new catch in place. I just got it in, and that 1.5 inches will be to tap it over the water source over there later. Anyway, got it in. Now that all filled with gravel, and that lets the water into the pipe and yada yada yada. Anyway, looking good. There's the connection. I got that catch running. Don't know what it's putting out yet. And then I kind of figured out a way of doing this thing up here, and I kind of created another little catch right here. There's where it's coming out of the ground, boiling out. And I moved a couple rocks about as big as Volkswagens. Anyway, I got that little catch right there, and I'm just going to leave it like this for now, for a day. Test it. And then all of that will fill with gravel and then filter fabric and then covered with dirt. It'd be about 3 foot deep right there with soil. But anyway, I'm just going to let this run overnight. This whole system, I got a lot of dirt in it. It's pretty crappy probably. But I'm going to see if it clears up and see how much water I got at my overflow. I'm hoping for a 1/2 inch. We'll see. Well, I let the new catch run all night. And this is what I ended up with, which is more than I expected. I just checked it here a little bit ago, and I'm getting 1 gallon of water every 15 seconds. That's 4 gallons a minute, that's 240 gallons an hour, that's 5,700 gallons in a 24-hour period. Way more than I expected. This thing, if I haven't mentioned it before, this is the overflow off of my storage tank up on the mountain. I have 1,000 gallons of stored water underground, and when that tank is full, this overflow runs. It also tells me the tank is full, but it also tells me how much flow I have coming down from the catches above. Anyway, I got a little bit left to do up there, some filter fabric and fill it in and do all of that stuff and make it so it'll get through the winter without freezing. But other than that, this thing is basically done. Everything is pretty cool, and I'm happy, smiling like a big dog. I just spent 2 hours up the canyon looking in this gulch for any water, and there is absolutely nothing. There's a little bit of moisture here and there, maybe a little pothole of water here and there, but nothing running, nothing moving. This has got to be the main source of water coming down this canyon that's accessible to me. Below here, most everything is underground. So even though there's like 5,700 gallons of water here with this other catch I have, I'm going to go ahead and fill this with gravel and see if I can get it so it doesn't freeze in the wintertime. That's my big worry, that somewhere above here, the water is really close to grade, and it'll freeze and shut me down. But I still have 2 other catches, so I'm not really worried about that, but I'd sure like this thing to run 24/7. Anyway, I'm going to fill this thing all in right here today and get this thing all buried, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I pretty much got that covered with rock like I like it. There's about 8-10 inches of rock over that water. I got it sealed clear up in there. And this is more for weatherproofing than anything else, and to keep the varmints out. But now I'll put filter fabric over it. There, I got the filter fabric in place. This filter fabric, all it does, water can pass through it, but it takes out all the soil stuff. So any dirt that I pile on top of here for insulation won't pass through that fabric into the gravel below and then into the water system. And I don't know the lifespan of that stuff, but it's a long time. So now this thing is ready to bury, and hopefully I'll get enough dirt on it and stuff and it won't freeze. It's running pretty good, so it probably won't freeze, but who the hell knows, right? Well, this thing is done for this year. Right there where Tug's land, that's where that little catch is at. That's where that main stream is. It's about 3 foot below there. I've got this all covered in. Got it flagged. Okay, that line comes out right here. The big catch is right here that catches all of this seep right here. This is a big, huge seep. So this thing will catch that seep, hopefully. Even if this main thing freezes over here. Anyway, I'm all done. For this year. We'll see how it goes through the winter. Of course, this right here is all going to freeze and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, we'll see. Now, I'm going to be a smart ass for a minute. For those of you that don't know, this tool right here nearest me is called a Pulaski. Named by some Pollock named Pulaski. The other tool there is a McLeod. These tools are really cool for working in the rocks and stuff. They work really good. And for you people that have been inside just way too long, that's a shovel. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good day. This thing is done until we see how it goes through this winter, and maybe I'll be cussing, I don't know. But I'm getting about 5,700 gallons of water out of this thing. And this is the dead of summer, very dry. So everything is cool.